In this tutorial walkthrough, I'm going to take everybody through how to install Sam's patch for Tennis Elbow 2011 to get all the pro players on it and all the updated outfits and courts, etc., etc. So the first thing that you're going to do is I have two folders up here, a Sam Patch 1 and a Sam Patch 2. I normally just have one folder, but for this I'm actually going to have a third folder. I'm going to create a new folder called Sam's Patch 3. So we can see that there, and I'm going to use that to extract the folders of the download to. The second thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go and download the Sam's patch. So if you haven't downloaded the patch already, I will put a link in this video on YouTube to download the patch, but the link is actually here as well in the Managames forums under Sam's ATP Mega Patch 2011 edition. You can see the URL at the top of the screen here. I'm going to go ahead and download this. This is the latest version. So I'm going to click on that link, and it's going to take me here to the file. And I'm going to go to free download. I'm going to click on that. It's a RAR file, so you're going to need WinRAR to extract the file. So I have WinRAR already on my computer, and it says waiting 40 seconds to download. You can see here this program I have right here is WinRAR. Most people are familiar with that. That's to unzip RAR files or to extract RAR files. You're going to need WinRAR to open up Sam's patch or to extract the files. So if I just go to google.com, I can type in WinRAR. If I don't know the website, I'll type in WinRAR. And from there, I can see WinRAR.com, the first link on Google. I will click on that link, and then it will take me to the WinRAR website. You can get a free version of WinRAR here by downloading at the link. You can get it free by entering your information through here. I'm not going to enter my information, but you just basically need a free version of WinRAR. Once you get the free trial version, you can then extract the files from there. Now if we look down at the bottom of the screen, we can see that my Sam's patch did start downloading. It's 10 megabytes out of 951, so it's almost a gigabyte. It does take about an hour to download the Sam's patch. We're not going to wait here for the entire hour, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of fast forward through here. I already have downloaded Sam's patch. I'm just showing you in the lower left corner that I re-downloaded this and that the download has started, and it's going to take about an hour or two for that to download. So understand that when you download Sam's patch, it's going to take a while for that to download. Once the download's done, we'll just say that I've downloaded the entire file. Once the download's done, I'm going to go back to my desktop. I'm going to go into WinRAR, which I downloaded as well. I need to download that. I'm going to go into WinRAR, and you should see the file for Sam's patch somewhere in here. Now I've got some other files in here as well, but you can see my Sam 250 2011 Mega Patch right there, the RAR file. I'm going to double click on that, and it's starting to show all the files down here. There's tons of files in there, so it's going to take a little while for this to load up. We'll wait for that to boot up, and then you can see all the files that came up here and the folders that came up here. So I'm going to highlight all these folders, and I'm going to hit extract to, and I've already made on my desktop, I've already made my Sam's patch 3 here. Doesn't have to be 3, it could be number 1 or 2 or nothing. It just be Sam's patch. You can label it whatever you want. But I'm going to extract those files, and I'm going to pick my Sam patch 3 folder right here just to make it easy, and I'm going to let those files extract to the Sam patch 3 folder. Now while those are extracting, that's going to take about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes for that to happen, and we can see how it's processing there. While that's happening, if you have a version of Tennis Elbow installed on your computer, you're going to want to uninstall that. So I'm going to go ahead, and you can do this first if you want as well, but I'm just waiting to do it now because I've got some time. So I'm going to uninstall Tennis Elbow right there. And it's asking if I want to uninstall Tennis Elbow. I do want to uninstall the entire thing. And I don't want to keep any of my personal files. I just want to make sure I get a clean swipe of Tennis Elbow. So I don't want to keep those files. I hit no, and it's going to delete all of Tennis Elbow. Every single file of Tennis Elbow is going to be deleted from my computer, except for, I believe, the key patch, which you need to activate your version of Tennis Elbow. Managames sends you an email that contains a key patch to activate your game, and that I am going to keep. But it will delete everything from here. This is going to take a few minutes. There's a lot of files because I already had my SAMS patch installed before, so it's a pretty big file. It's going to take a little while for it to delete all of it. Alright, it looks like Tennis Elbow was completely removed from my computer. I get the uninstall message here. I click OK on that. I'm still waiting for the files to extract from my from WinRAR, the SAMS patch files, to our SAMS patch 3 folder right here. It's 90 plus% done. We'll wait for that for a second. Once that finishes, I'm going to go through and I need to just quickly delete some of the files out of the SAMS patch to make this work. Alright, once all the files have been extracted, we were at 90+% before, and now it has finished. I'm going to go into my SAMS patch 3, and there's some files that I need to delete out of SAMS patch 3. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete those files. The first ones I'm looking for are pack 1 and pack 2. So if I just go to data, double click, go to data, double click on that. I'm going to look for pack 1 and pack 2. I'm just scrolling down here. And let's see if there's a pack 1 and pack 2 in this file. There is. I'm just going to highlight both of those. And I'm going to delete those files out of that folder. They are gone. I'm going to click back. I'm going to go to Data Davis. I'm going to go down and look for pack 1 and 2. And there's 2 more there. I'm going to make sure I take those out as well. I'm going to delete those. Highlight and delete. I'm going to go to Data New. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Pack 1 and 2. Going to delete. And let's see if it's in, go to Data Wimby. So you're doing this in the exact same file and folder for every one. You're looking for pack 1 and 2. And if you find those files, you're just going to delete them. Now this is a little bit tedious. I definitely understand. But to have this patch and have all these players is something that you have to do. Now I go into the next one, which is Menu. And in Menu, there shouldn't be a pack 1 and 2, I don't believe. I'm actually looking for 2 different files in Menu. And I'm looking for Build and Build Mac, which are right there. Those also need to be deleted. I'm going to take those out. And then I'm going to go to Scripts. And I don't see anything in Scripts to delete. Pack 1 or pack 2 or Build Mac. And I'm going to go into Sound. Again, I don't see Build or Build Mac or pack 1 and 2. So we're good in those. So it's basically the first 5 folders where you need to delete some things. Now that I've got all those little files deleted, I'm going to go ahead and copy all of these files. And actually, let me take that back first. I need to install Tennis Elbow. So I'm going to go to Managames.com. Managames.com, there we go. And I'm going to install Tennis Elbow. So I'm going to download now. And start my download of Tennis Elbow here shortly. You can see in the lower left hand corner Tennis Elbow is a 35 megabit file, so it should be downloaded fairly quick. And it looks like it's downloaded, so now I'm just going to extract that really quick and get that onto my computer. Click yes to download. English. Next. I agree. Next. Get everything done here with the installation real quick, so just reinstall Tennis Elbow. Once it's installed, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to hit finish here. I'm going to run Tennis Elbow. I don't need to see the instructions. I've done this a couple times already. So I have installed Tennis Elbow. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all those files that I copied or that I want to copy, and I'm going to install those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my SAM Patch 3 folder, which is right here. Go into your SAM Patch 3 folder, go ahead and copy all of these files. Just hit copy, highlight and copy. And so we're in our Sam's Patch 3 folder right now on our desktop. I just went and clicked on that. And I'm in my Sam Patch 3 folder here. I'm going to copy all these files. I just downloaded Tennis Elbow 2011, so I need to copy these files. I need to find Tennis Elbow 2011, so I'm going to go into my computer here. I'm going to try to find Tennis Elbow. So I'm going to go to Program Files x86. I'm going to scroll down until I hit Tennis Elbow. There it is. I click on that, and in this main folder I'm going to hit right click, and then I'm going to paste all the files into Tennis Elbow. Now it's going to come up that I'm putting duplicate files in here. I want to make sure that I replace all the original Tennis Elbow files with the Sam's Patch ones. So I'm going to click the arrow, and I'm going to replace any files that come up. Now you can see this is a 1.16 gigabyte file, so this is a pretty big file. This is going to take a little while for it to replace all of these files, and there's going to be maybe 1 or 2 times where it asks me if I want to keep replacing the files that are in there. I do want to keep replacing them, so I'm just going to keep clicking yes if it asks me to replace any files. I'm going to pause this because this is going to take a little while for this to do this. Showing 35 minutes, so it could be a while. So here we can see if it's asking me to copy and replace files, and yes, I do want to copy. It's going to ask me this for the next 10,460 conflicts. I'm going to go ahead, do this for the next 10,460. I'm going to hit left click on copy and replace, and it's going to continue to replace the original files that are in the original Tennis Elbow files with all the Sam's Patch stuff. So again, I'm just kind of copying and replacing those original files. So now we have all the files from Sam's Patch in and copied, and we pasted those into our Tennis Elbow folder. So we took care of all that. Oh, hit the wrong thing there. So we went to Program Files x86, we went into Tennis Elbow 2011, and we pasted all the things into here. Now what I need to do is I need to go into my downloads. So I'm going to go back into computer. I need to go to my downloads, and I just need to activate my Tennis Elbow game that I bought with the key that I originally downloaded when I bought the game. So there's my key to activate the game. And I'm going to take that key, I'm going to paste it into the Tennis Elbow folder right there, and now my game should be valid. So now if I go to my desktop, I have my Tennis Elbow icon right over there. I should just be able to click on Tennis Elbow, and it should boot up. There's the ATP World Tour logo, and it does take a little bit for it to boot up, but it should boot up with everything, with all the players. And there we go. So we've got ATP Tour World Tour 2012. We go into the World Tour, and everything is there. We should have all the players, etc., etc. That's how you do the install the patch, the Sam's Patch.